Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this video is all about my first day of the Aarambh batch, and yeah, let's start the video. Okay, so on 14th of the April, it was the first class of Aarambh batch. And I was really very excited for that. So after coming from the school, I took some rest, and then at around 4 p.m. I sat down to study. But the class was going to start at 5 p.m. So I still had 1 hour left, and that's why I decided to complete my Hindi fair work, because we had to submit our Hindi fair the next day. So few questions were left to write in my fair copy, and yeah, I thought of completing it before the class starts. Okay, so I sat down to study at 4 p.m. and here I was completing my Hindi fair work. So in Hindi we had to submit our fair copies of 3 chapters, which is सूरदास के पद, नेताजी का चश्मा and माता का अंचल. So my fair copy of the chapter सूरदास के पद was already checked, and I had 2 more chapters left to submit, and yeah, here I was completing that. So in my class in Hindi, right now the grammar portion is going on, and we are studying chapter Pad Parichay. And I think that in my UT1, 3 chapters from those 2 books of Hindi will come, and I'm not sure, but yeah, probably these 3 chapters will come in my UT1. And yeah, we have already done with these chapters, and now only grammar portion is left, which we are studying right now in our class. Okay, so here I was done with the Hindi fair work, and yeah, this is what I did in 1 hour. And yeah, it was finally the time for the very first class of the Aarambh batch, because it was already 5 p.m. and I was really very excited for that. So I just quickly opened my tab and then was waiting for the class to start. Also, the first class was going to start on YouTube, and the first class was of SST, which was economics chapter number 1st, development. So the class started like a bit late, 5 to 10 minutes late. So I just quickly took my book and a register to make my running notes if I found necessary to make. Otherwise, I just write down the important things on my book. Also, one more interesting thing is that when I attended the first class of the Aarambh batch of the chapter development, the same chapter was going on in my class. So I was a bit happy that I'll have the first class of the chapter which I am studying in my class. Okay, so after a few minutes the class started, and then Digrat sir gave the introduction and started the chapter, and I was really enjoying the class. Like, it was too good. First he explained us that how we should study SST in class 10th, and it was just like a little roadmap for us. And after a few minutes, sir started to teach the chapter. So I attended the whole live lecture of the very first class of the Aarambh batch, and after the SST, I also watched the live lecture of the maths, which was going to start at 8 p.m. Okay, so as I have attended the both live classes, now I'll be sharing my honest review and my experience about the Aarambh batch. So yeah, it's time for the review of the Aarambh batch. So right now I am really very satisfied with the Aarambh batch. Like, I'm not regretting buying this batch, and my experience of the first class of this batch was so good. And why not? Because I love to study SST from Digrat sir, and I think that it's totally worth buying this batch, because as far I have attended the classes of this batch, I found all the classes too good. Like Digrat sir, Sobit bhaiya and Prashant bhaiya, they all are teaching very well. They have started from the basics and now teaching the syllabus part that will come in our board examination, and they are also taking our doubts and clearing them. And the questions in the DPPs are also very good. Like, the levels of those questions are very nice. And about the particular subject review, then as you all know that I love to study SST from Digrat sir only. So I was really enjoying the first class of SST. And the grass sir was also telling us about the topics from which the questions usually came in the board exams. And yeah, I would genuinely love to study SST from him in my whole class 10th, because for SST the Gujarat sir is the best and we can't ignore this fact. Okay, so this was about my SST class experience, and about my maths class experience then I will tell you further in this video, so make sure to watch this video till the end. Okay, so after attending the whole live lecture of SST, I then took a short break in which I had this, and after that I studied, in which I completed my school homework which I haven't recorded. Okay, so then at 8 pm it was the time for the second class of that day, and that was of maths. So yeah, here I took out my maths rough copy and then started to taking the lecture, and I was solving all the questions given by Sovid Bhaiya in the class, and also after the class I solved the DPPs too. Okay, so now it's time for my maths class experience, like how was it and did I like it. So I really liked the first class of maths of the Aarambh batch, and I liked everything, the way sir was explaining the concepts and then the questions. So after the introduction he started teaching without wasting any time, and yeah, I did all the questions that are given by Bhaiya in the class. So yeah, I also love the very first class of maths and my experience was really very good, and again I am not regretting buying this batch. Okay, so this was my experience of the first class of the RM batch, and now do let me yours in the comment section. Okay, so after attending the maths live class I had my dinner, and then I studied a bit in which I only did revision like NCERT readings and all, so I haven't recorded after that. So yeah, after doing my homeworks and all I went to sleep, and this video clip is of the next day. Basically after coming from the school I solved the DPP of the math, because the previous day I was unable to do that. And those who don't know about the DPPs, then DPPs are daily practice paper that we all will get in the RM batch after the class. Means after the end of each and every class we will get some questions to solve for our daily practice. So yeah, here I was solving the questions, and I solved all the questions except the last one because I had doubt in that one question. And yeah, I left it for the next live class in which Shobit Bhaiya will explain all the questions of the DPP. Okay, so this was about my RM batch experience. And yeah, I am really very happy with this batch and excited also to study further in my class 10th from this batch. So I hope you like this video, and if you are new to my channel then do subscribe, because on 50k subscribers I'll make a Q&A video. So yeah, let's hit 50k subscribers soon. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I'll be meeting you in the next one. Till then, take care and bye bye.